I mean, it sucked. I wanted to make an impact, but I just remember feeling like kind of empty, just like what am I supposed to do? Yeah, that was rough. But I also remember thinking like it was like two parts of me. Like one part of me was like feeling sad and just didn't know what to do, and the other part was like, well, all right, like this is what's happening. Let's just deal with it and move on. So
when she first got in the weight room, she was very limited. You know, so up until that point, she could still do upper body training. We could still train her other leg. But then once it got time to start, you know, training her injured leg, I remember it was a very slow process. I mean, we began with body weight. There was some pain, discomfort, frustration. I mean, we were doing some very elementary movements in here, and she was having a little bit of trouble with those. And that's when I kind of knew that, you know, based off the other setbacks, that it was going to be a lengthy and frustrating process for her.
It just seemed to be taking so long, and you just have to trust that they know what they're doing, and because I am, you know.
The duration seemed to me, you know, as someone who's not involved in that particular field, it seemed that it was extraordinarily long. But when I came on down, you know, this last, you know, spring, you know, you could tell that she was, you know, had made, you know, huge, you know, recovery.
May 18th was the first time I was able to run. It was like 5 miles an hour. It was like barely a run, but gosh, I was so proud of myself. That was such a good day. And then like over the summer, I stayed here that summer because I wanted to focus on rehab so that I could be ready to play sophomore year.
She killed it in the summer, and that's why we were so hopeful. She stayed all summer long. She worked with Jake in our training room, and she killed it. She killed it. She was stronger than when she entered freshman year preseason. There were no, from my understanding and recollection, there was nothing inhibiting her from, you know, bending, movement. If anything, she still needed to get better at just like the small movements of like transition, turning her feet over faster. But from a jumping and landing and strength aspect, she was better than what she was.
So it was at the Purdue tournament, and I don't remember, but I know Christy like looked down the bench and she was just like, Hanlon, go warm up. And I was just like, oh, okay, like it's happening right now. Oh gosh, I was so nervous. I think my brain just like stopped working, because when I went in there, like I don't remember what happened. I know it wasn't like great, but I don't think I was ready at that point.
Her second freshman year, you know, her spirits were high, and all right, I'm coming back, and then another injury came in, and you know, that it was another punch where she took it and she had to take another step back, and you know, we felt for her, but we also knew that we didn't want to force her back, because it was an injury that whatever she did, it was aggravating. So dealing with ab injuries in the past, you had to give it time to heal and rest, and basically we had to shelf her. You know, and that's where the other year had to take place.
I went and talked to the coaches, and they like had this plan of like what they were thinking of just holding me out until I was ready to actually contribute, and like contribute a lot. I really didn't want to do it at first. I was like, I just want to play volleyball, like please let me play. But I thought about it for a while, and eventually like it was just what I had to do.
It was really her decision, and you know, part of this process of her going to school here, you know, is for her to develop, you know, physically, emotionally, you know, mentally. And you know, these life decisions, if she, you know, they're not decisions for us to make, they're decisions for her to make. She made it, and you know, I think she conferred with us, but her mind was made up.